Okay, this is day 33 of shooting an SEO GEO themed video every day is a personal challenge. It's a beautiful Friday here in Central Park, and I would like to talk about query fanout as an entity optimization strategy. So basically the long and the short of this is we use query fanouts to uncover entity relationships, and that gives us content ideation ideas. So the first step is to export your fanout queries. So you can do this in multiple ways. You can look in the network tab in DevTools for ChatGPT. You can use a Chrome extension, or you can use like a prompt tracking tool. It depends on if you're looking at like a single prompt versus at the topic level. It depends on how much time you have, what your technical, this is Ant on me, your technical level is. But however you do it, you want to export your fanout queries for at least one prompt or a topic of prompts. The next step is to use an AI assistant to extract the entities and relationships. So basically you upload your query fanouts to the AI assistant and you prompt it to extract the entities and the relationships between them. There are limitations to this, so it may not only pull entities, it may pull like associations and concepts and things like that. And then also it may use co-occurrence to determine the relationships versus like real relationships like you'd see in a knowledge graph. So you have to use your best judgment on determining, are they real entities and are they real relationships? So you kind of have to audit the list that you get. Step 3 is to build an entity-led content calendar. So based on your entity relationships, you can either ideate this yourself, or you can ask the AI assistant to come up with content ideas for you. If you do use the AI assistant, one thing to be aware of is it may drift into other topics beyond just the fanout queries themselves, which kind of defeats the purpose. And so you'll need to audit that as well. So each step when you're using the AI assistant, you need to audit the final work. But basically you'll be left with a list of topics that are based on real entity relationships from the query fanout data that you were looking at. And then step 4 is just to measure your AI visibility and revisit the fanout queries. So you want to see if your new content is being retrieved more often as sources for AI generated answers, and check your AI visibility score overall. Again, that's going to be directional evidence. It's not going to be correlation necessarily. There's a lot of variables at play, but it'll at least give you some idea if your work is having an impact. And then the query fanouts themselves, like the AI generated answers, are probabilistic. They're going to evolve over time. So you want to keep an eye out for that evolution and see, do new entities get mentioned, do new relationships occur, and then optimize toward those. So basically, in terms of takeaways, fanout queries can reveal entity relationships to optimize towards with owned or even earned content if you want to try like a third-party strategy. The goal is ultimately creating stronger entity relationships, and you want to focus on entities and relationships that are relevant to your audience and your brand goals. All right, that's it. Thanks for your time. Peace.